Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dove, and you here with Dove Knows Sports. And thank you for tuning in to my first ever YouTube channel, my first ever post. I appreciate the love, the support. And with that being said, let's get into it. The reason why I made my channel is because you see a lot of sports news going on, and man, what them guys be talking about be trash, dog. Every day, man, you hear these guys with the fancy suits on get on these networks and debate about sports, but they ain't really talking about nothing. Like, they valid points are not valid. What they talk about is all garbage. So what I did was I decided to make my own channel. I give you sports updates, and it's gonna be lit straight like that. We had a lot of news, starting with the this past weekend, the combine. The NFL combine was this year. So this past week. So if you don't know what the NFL Combine is, it's a place that all the college guys that's eligible for the NFL draft, they all go into the draft. Before they go into the draft, they have a combine. So basically they do is test their 40, how fast they can run, how strong they are, how athletic they are, their agility. They do the interview process, basically all those things that just help you become, that take you to the next level. So it's like a job interview right before you get to the actual job. So that being said, I just took a list of a couple guys' notable performances that I peeped, and this is my take on it. So first, let's start with the QBs, the pretty boys. You feel me? So for the first one, first of all, quarterback from Hawaii, Cole McDonald. This man ran a 4.58. I ain't never seen this man play, but he had the fastest 40 time at quarterback, 4.58. Just off that alone, I gotta watch the tape. I ain't watched it yet, but we gonna find out what he about. All right, some notable performances. Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen Hurts, he's a special guy to me, man. I love his hard work. I love his dedication to the game. He's an elite level player, put up elite level stats this past year at Oklahoma. If you don't know about his story, he first started off at Alabama, then he transferred to Oklahoma for his last year because Tua came. So that's a whole nother animal right there. But anyways, he went to Oklahoma, finished strong, made it to the college playoff. They got blown out by LSU, but hey, LSU was just something serious. So anyways, that happened. At the combine, he ran a good time, ran the 4.5s. He weighed in at 222 at 6'1". Decent measurables for a quarterback. Height really not a factor, as we seen last year with Kyler Murray. He's only 5'10". That boy is spectacular. That's another video. But yeah, Hurts, man, I think he helped his stock out a lot. He did pretty impressive with his throws. He showed scouts that he can put the ball on the money, make, the throws that they asked him to make this year at the combine. My biggest knock on Jalen Hurts is that his pocket presence. I don't think he has very strong pocket presence. It's like when he get back there, he drop back. If the first read isn't there, it's like he's looking to scramble every time. So that's something I feel like he needs to work on if he wants to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League, because they don't play. Whole different ball game, champ. All right, next one, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, that's an interesting guy, quarterback from Oregon. Now with Justin Herbert, he's not sexy, he's not flashy. He doesn't make the standout, oh my God, plays. But I feel like he might have a chance in the NFL. It just depends on how he develops, if he get in the right system that fits him and fits his scheme. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. But he had a solid combine as well. He ran a good time in the 40. He also threw well. All his passes looked like they was pretty much on point. He's not gonna do anything to hurt himself at this point. I heard he interviewed well, things of that nature. Another guy, Jake Fromm, Mr. Fromm from Georgia. Now Jake Fromm is interesting, man. I really like Jake Fromm just because of the fact I feel like out of all the quarterbacks, he was in a system that mostly translates to the NFL. He was able to make a lot of checks. He had total control of the offense. And a lot of people label him as a game manager, which at quarterback, if you got a solid team around you, that's not a bad label to have. because he's not going to do anything to hurt you. The knock on from is that his arm strength. They said doesn't have a very strong arm, and he has trouble making certain passes. But from what I see, man, he's pretty solid. He might not be a day one starter, but I feel like eventually he'll have his chance in the league to start. Next guy, Jordan Love. Interesting prospect. That's a name I've been hearing thrown around a lot lately as far as moving up into the draft. I even seen recent mock draft had him going 6 to the Chargers. All the way at 6. He's interesting because, first of all, he went to a smaller program. He went to Utah State. So that's already the level of competition. And then he had a way better 2018 than he had 2019. So that's kind of concerning because you want to see a quarterback progress and get better numbers-wise. But numbers-wise, his numbers was a lot down this year. I think he led the nation with most interceptions. He had 17 interceptions, which is not too good to like 20 touchdown passes. So, I mean, guys are liking him. I checked his film out yesterday. He makes some good plays, but I'm not sold on him going that high. As far as 6, I don't know. It's very questionable. All right, next quarterback, Jacob Eason from Washington. All the scouts are raving about his arm talent, that he has this amazing arm and things of that nature. From what I've seen though, yeah, he can sling it, but he was a little inaccurate at the combine. He missed a couple throws trying to show off that arm, so I don't know if he was pressing, but I had seen a stat that he had the most deep ball completions in his conference, so that's always something that you could look at, because at the end of the day with a quarterback, yeah, combines is cool and things of that nature, but you want to see the actual games where you see them in live game action, where the bullets are actually flying. That's when you can get a true test, see what they can do. All right, let's move on. Running backs. Some guys that I like that went out there and performed at the combine. Number 1, Cam Akers, man. Cam Akers, he been a baller since day one. He was a highly recruited prospect coming out of high school. I think he's from Georgia. He was highly recruited, went to Florida State. Been putting up numbers since he's been there, all 3 years that he was there. He had a great season this year, numbers-wise, but it went unnoticed because Florida State, they had such a horrible season. But he still put up the numbers. I checked his film out. He got a breakaway speed, ran a 4.5, ran the 4.5 range, and he's pretty solid. I don't know if any team's gonna take him in the first round, but I definitely feel like he's a guy that definitely gonna have a lot of snaps in the NFL, because he's definitely that home run hitter, can make great plays. Been doing this since he was a youngin', so I see a bright future for him. Next, DeAndre Swift. That boy is a baller, straight up. Swift, man, he's a running back at Georgia. He came in kind of short. I didn't know he was that short. I think he measured in at like 5'9", but shoot, Swift, the real deal, dog. That's my favorite in this draft. I've been following Swift since he got to Georgia. That boy is elusive. Call that boy stick and move. He just like LaShawn McCoy. That boy got put that 1 foot stick on you. It's over for you, dog. He gonna embarrass you. Another guy, Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is the back from Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor is interesting to me also because he is probably one of the best college football running backs in college football history. He had 2 back-to-back 2,000-plus seasons rushing, man, which is phenomenal. But my biggest, it's like, watching this film, it's like, how good can this guy really be? Because he ran great. He ran 4.4, I think 4.41 or something like that. He ran the fastest time at running back. So all the numbers are there. I like what Wisconsin tried to do this past season. Try to give him more balls, catch more balls out the backfield, because I know that's one of the knocks on him was catching the ball out the backfield. So it's interesting to see how they lead up. I didn't see too many mock drafts him going in the first round. I know he'd definitely be a second round take for sure. And whoever lands him, I feel like he'll be a solid pro. So it's curious. We're gonna see how things plan out for him. Next up is wide receivers. Now, this wide receiver class, boy, pick who you want. All them boys can go. Like, it's ridiculous, dog. This wide receiver class might be one of the deepest in a long time. It's like, you can't miss, really. So if you need a wide receiver, any NFL team need a wide receiver, this is the draft, dog. You gotta get one of these guys, because a lot of these guys have potential to be that #1 go-to guy in the NFL. First one is my favorite, is CD Lamb. CD grown-ass man Lamb. That boy is like that. CD Lamb played at Oklahoma. He came in at, I think, 6'2", ran like a 4.5, but don't care. I seen they changed up some of the drills. I like how they added new drills this year too about the combine, because man, they kept running them same stale drills every year, the same thing. This is the first year I noticed that they changed up some of the drills. Like as far as wide receiver, they had they kind of ran like a goal line fade, and they threw the quarterback throws it up in the corner of the end zone. They had to basically go get it and tap their feet in. I enjoyed that a lot, because you want to see if guys can actually go up and acrobatically catch the ball. Which CD Lamb had a highlight catch when he did his, man. That boy went up and got it. He just a monster, dog. After the catch, stupid. Go watch this film. Next is Jerry Jeudy. I did that because, boy, that's how that boy stick and move. You talking about stick and move? Go watch the tape, boy. Jerry Jeudy, the real deal. That boy from Deerfield Beach, South Florida, where I'm located, boy. They play football different down here. That's all I got to say. All you got to do is check out the film. But Jerry Jeudy ran a solid 4.4 range. I feel like he did nothing to hurt himself. Biletnikoff winner. He's proven. He really ain't have to work out, to be honest. He probably just did it just to show scouts what he doubt, but he the real deal. You ain't got to worry about him. Next one, Justin Jefferson. Now, Justin Jefferson is played for the national champions LSU Tigers. Justin Jefferson caught over 100, I think he caught 111 passes and like 20 touchdowns. Boy, Jefferson the real deal. And the only thing with Jefferson from watching this film, for me, was his actual 40 time. I didn't know how fast he was, but shoot, he proved all that when he ran like a 4.4 at the combine this year. He got it, dog. He got it. Solid. I seen some mock drafts, got him going in the 20s. I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. Wherever he go, he gonna ball out, straight up. And last but not least, notable guy, Henry Ruggs III. You know about Henry Ruggs, he ran the fastest 40 time at the combine. That boy snapped. That boy he ran a 4.27. He already said he was trying to break the record and had the fastest 40 time. But shoot, he right there. 4.2 is 4.2. I don't care how you put it. Blazing is blazing. So for me, Henry Ruggs, I think I was questioning him as far as a receiver. I didn't really see him catch too many passes like where he had to contort his body a little bit. But after I watched the film again, after he ran that 40, he's legit. You could definitely take him in the first round. He's a little smaller guy. I would compare him to like a Hollywood Brown type, but he's definitely going to make big plays in the league. Let's move on to tight ends. Tight ends, got Albert. I ain't even going to try to pronounce his last name, boy. Oki, no, I ain't going to do it. Missouri tight end. He ran a 4.49, dog. 4.49 at tight end. That's something serious, dog. And I checked this film out. He pretty solid, dog. He pretty solid. I don't know if any tight ends gonna go in the first round this draft, but he's definitely a second round pick for sure. Because this draft is just so loaded up front. So it's curious to see see what team picks him up. Let's see. But he's definitely second round talent for sure. For sure. If it wasn't so deep offensively, he would be probably first round talent just off of that 40 alone. All right, let's move on to offensive lineman. Tristan Wirfs, Iowa lineman. He ran a 4.85 at like 6'5", 320. Moving. But But don't let the 40 times fool you, man, when it comes to linemen, because yeah, he might be moving, but that ain't got nothing to do with his football ability, dog. That man can go out there and do all that, but if he ain't locking nobody up, them fast D linemen, if his hands ain't elite, good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. You will get exposed in the National Football League as an offensive lineman if you ain't like that. So we'll see. I'll make another video. Becton from Louisville. This man weighed in at 6'7", 364 pounds, and ran a 5'1". If you don't know, 5'1" at 360 pounds is moving, dog. Like moving. I think that just helped this draft stock a lot because they was already projecting him pretty high. But for him to do that, just made some more money, my guy. Let me hold something. All right, let's move on to D-line. D-line, you got James Smith Williams from NC State. He ran a 4.6 flat. That's pretty fast at D-line. I didn't know nothing about the guy. Didn't watch his film yet. I'm curious to see how it translated to his actual film and coming off that edge, but that was solid. Another D lineman that I like, Derek Big Chest Brown. This man is a grown man at Auburn. If you don't know what he looked like, I'm about to show you. The boy is like that. Grown man, monster on the field. He ran like a 5.5 in the 40, but it don't matter. But turn on that film. I don't care what that boy run. He legit. Just know that man is legit, dog. So check that out. Linebackers. Isaiah Simmons from Clemson University. I knew this man was fast, dog. But 4.39 fast? But that don't make no sense, dog. Are you serious, bruh? This man weighed like 230, 6'4", 4.39. I don't think you understand, bruh. Like, that boy is moving. And I had seen one clip. I remember the Clemson-Ohio State game where J.K. Dobbins had broke for that long touchdown run. If you go back and look at that, Simmons was at the bottom of the film, on the film. He at the bottom of the field. This man take off, and almost catch him in the end zone. So I already knew he was fast, but 4.39, boy, you just earned some more millions off of that one, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. All right, let's go. Linebacker, another linebacker, Patrick Queen, LSU, national champ. You gotta throw that in there every time we talk about LSU. That boy ran a 4.5 flat, moving. And I can say this, man, this whole linebacker draft class, boy, all them boys are moving. It was multiple guys in the 4.5, 4.6. Boy, they, good luck, boy. Them boys is not playing with y'all. Y'all better tighten up. Them boys not playing. All right, let's move on to safety. Whitfield Jr. from Minnesota. This man ran a 4.45. Now, his dad played in the league, so he got the league, you know, the heritage from the league. But he's legit. Like, I watched his film, watched him play this season, and he's the real deal. Like, great ball skills, can tackle. He can do everything you need him to do. And that was my only concern, that he played in Big Ten. You already know the stereotype for the Big Ten is that the speed difference. It's a major speed difference. So that was my only concern about him when it comes to that, was his speed. But he solidified that with that 4.4. Real deal. Another guy. I've been looking, dog. I've been peeping the mock drafts now. That boy came out the blue. Stock done went stupid since the combine. Kyle Duggar. That man ran a 4.49, 6'1", 217 from Lenore Ryan. If you don't know what Lenore Ryan is, I don't even know where it is, but I know it's D2, small school. Why he ran that? I had to turn on the film, legit. I don't know how this man was at Lenore Ryan. I'll tell you about that recruiting stuff, but that's another video. I'll tell you who surprised me, bro. Tanner Muse, the safety for Clemson. This man ran This white man ran a 4.41. That shocked me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know he was that fast, boy. I know the stereotype, but still, boy, that 4.41, bro. Jeez. Come on, dog. But I think that helped him out a lot. Now, last position. Let's go to the cornerbacks. One guy, he ain't have to show up. Jeff Okudah from Ohio State. Jeff, lock your ass down, Okudah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That man ran a 4.48. Boy, these boys are rolling. That was the 12th fastest time for DBs. 4.48. That means these boys are playing this year, dog. But Okudah, solidified top 5 pick easily. No matter what team you go to, you lock down. Go watch the tape, boy. They boy legit. Next one, CJ Henderson. And there is some concerns that CJ Henderson has some bad plays this year playing coverage, but I think he's pretty solid. He's definitely up to bait for a first-round pick for sure. And then he solidified when he ran a 4.39. 4.39? Yeah. I see that. So that helped him out a lot because I didn't know he was that fast. So that definitely helped for sure. And last one, AJ Terrell. Now this cornerback from Clemson, he ran a 4.42. Only concerns I have with Terrell is that this year he got bullied a little bit, man, especially in the championship. And they was picking on him, dog. So he had some bad plays. But I know last year he dominated, especially in the national championship game. We took the pick to the crib. But it's interesting to see how teams will evaluate him moving forward. And that's it for the Combine news. If you stuck around this long, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for taking the time to check out my video. This is my first video of many. So if you like what you heard, if you like how I did my thing, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, man, and leave some feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I can improve, and just join the team, man. Dove Knows Sports, baby. I'm here. Let's do it.